from the 20th of the second month of 1442, King of Wands skips Ace of Swords to reverse with 0, the Fool, and an upright 7, the Chariot. He brings up the shadow with curiosity. My discernment has been raised up with what I know of psychology. She's unrepentant with her careless hound, but might be saved in religiosity. Ride forth upon what was sent unto all femininity, masculinity, positivity, and negativity. There is the triumph within and beyond roles and personalities. Return to the innocence and find the true freedom in responsibilities. Clarity in any type of science goes beyond it just being for you or me. Remember that fiery dynamism doesn't have to be malicious or predatory. And what are your initial impressions of that poem and the...
Well, in the first card, I saw satisfaction. The second card, I saw, the second card, I saw knowledge. The other cards were a bit harder to see, but it was the fourth card. It was like someone was fleeing, like they were like running away from something or someone or a situation. Let's see, the third, fifth, sixth, and seventh, I couldn't see too well.
That's the Fool, and here's the Ace of Swords, which is the last one we got here. Okay.
I see.
So the King of Wands, let me that's upright. The Ace of Swords is reversed. The Fool is upright, though. Oh, I've thinking of a different set of cards, and the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot's upright. Okay, maybe I'll stick myself in front of this. So card for 20, we got, okay, is that in there right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He brings up the shadow with curiosity. My discernment has been raised. Oh wait, no, that's not. Remember the fiery dynamism. Doesn't have to be malicious or predatory. So it's the King of Wands song, that card, but he's leaning. And it looks like there's like a separate staff there. Oh no, that's his shield. That's his shield over there. So he's holding his wand on his right, and like he's about to get up, maybe make a judgment.
Yeah, I just thought direction, which direction to go. Do you go this way or do you go that way?
And My discernment has been raised up with what I know of psychology. Clarity in any type of science goes beyond it just being for you or me. So here's the Ace of Swords, but wasn't the Ace of Swords reversed? Yeah, it was reversed.
I thought I see an opening in that card.
Well, he's breaking free, but so he's going down in this case. So the opening from above, you could say, from the spiritual dimension, because the symbolism of the skies and the heaven, but you know, it's a symbol of thought. Okay, they're shining towards the end. You know, it's sort of that Excalibur sort of thing, because don't they throw Excalibur into the lake? And you know, there's some birds up in the trees, and half the animals I see around here are just birds up in the trees.
Speaking of birds, it was about 4 mornings ago. I should have recorded it, that the morning birds, they were literally having a fit. I don't know if there was sometimes there's deers around here, but I don't see how, you know, that would have caused the birds to make such a ruckus.
So
It's
things
almost
happen, obviously. But they have their schedule of the time of day. If you're not used to them heading out, the animals will make their noises via whatever time of day, or certain things are more likely to happen during certain times of day or night. So and so we have the Fool here again. So she's unrepentant with her careless hound, but might be saved in religiosity. There is the triumph. Oh wait, return to innocence and find the true freedom in responsibilities. And so this deck sometimes switches the genders of who we're in, but if it's really prominent, like the star or the world, they kind of don't switch the genders in the thing. But honestly, every card, see, there's various roles and subjects in life. People get too stuck up on some of this stuff, like people get into the whole neo-pagan thing, and sometimes they act like, oh, these forces of nature are gendered, and it's like they really aren't. And people, you know, since ancient times, people acted like, well, since we decided that these forces are gendered, maybe we have to do some gay stuff in order to evoke this stuff. And it's like, that's not really how it works. But that's what people have convinced themselves. But that really, what does that have to do with this? You know, other than it's shifted. What plant is in her hands? I don't know. There's some plant, could be some sort of medicine. But it's decorative enough. It's you know, because it's sort of you know, because it's patterned. So it could be some sort of bouquet, but I think it's maybe something else. And
you know,
but she's it's slanted ground, and she doesn't even, you know, it's about to go off the cliff. There's always that.
Notice, yeah.
But it's not always some suicidalness or foolishness, you know, despite the title of the thing. So depending on what context you put the whole thing. And the dog's the only animal, and there's no hidden meaning against regarding you know, the modesty, like there's, you know, no cod paste or chastity belt or anything that you would think about the Fool card and get some meaning about.
It's like fleeing and freedom is so important.
And of course, what I mean by religiosity, I don't mean church. Church and religion are not the same things. They have some similar features, but yeah, it's not about a building, and it's not about a hero doing anything for you. But
I agree.
Yeah, I mean the whole relationship, because see, she's outside the system. You know, she's up on that cliff, and the system is the thing. So about to take a leap of some sort, but the leap is making it, see, because if you're taking a leap from church to religion, then you're involving your whole life. You're trying to, for your whole life, not just, well, okay, I just got to make sure to put on the right suit for for a meeting on a Sunday, and not offend anybody with the tie choice.
Right.
Because apparently there are some offensive ties that you can wear. You don't wear this one. But okay, so the last card here is the Chariot. So ride forth upon what was sent unto all femininity, masculinity, positivity, and negativity. There is the triumph within and beyond roles and personalities. And so I mentioned this deck, and I'm not sure which ones we'll go over at all, but I certainly intend to make this available for you and some other people to do some of the other series. Of course, I sent a message to the creator of the deck that if this person's still, if Kisma Stefanic, I think that's what she has another name now, is up for it, I'm definitely would, be definitely open to doing programs of my poems of her regarding her cards. But that card has more meaning to the Chariot. Although I think the Chariot would do best with the white horse, the black horse, and the red horse, representing goodness, ignorance, and passion. But ignorance isn't quite the word. It's more along the lines of darkness, because darkness and so it's broader than that. So but the white and the black, so you're being pulled by duality. In this series, the card is being pulled by the red horse of the drive straight into battle. Those 4 horsemen of the apocalypse sort of thing going. You remember those? You got the pale one, you got the black one, the red one, and sort of the brown one.
In so that card, it's like you can feel a sense of flying.
So on her right, the crow spirit women that like provoke men to battle, like the gangster's girlfriend or something. But on her right is the water, and on her left is the blood, while the heart is here. So there's that meaning regarding that, and it's broken up into 8. So that's the thing I'm noticing right here on this card. Is because obviously that part of the Bible myth about Jesus dying on the cross, which is something that was actually put in there later because they wanted the savior deity dying, and the cross was more or less the perfect way for a solar/Venusian, the rose on the cross. The Rosicrucian thing is about you sort of being that sort of figure, but not for your own life. But so of course it's a representation of menstruation and childbirth hidden there. So it used to be that part of the crucifixion myth came from female saviors being crucified myths. So and the green, so the green here is obviously, I've in my flags, I represented the peace, the wholeness, the growth, that sort of stuff. And there's some sort of checkering going on, but it may be related to some particular tribe, because back in the day there was some variation, but you could tell what somebody was a part of via the clothes. So there's lighter and darker checkering of
wasn't it like the royals would wear purple or red
because it was so expensive that other people could not afford it? Yes.
The dyes.
Okay, so where's the sun, but not. So